Well, folks, we're going to start a new channel here. This is going to be Midwestern ghost towns, lost American history, roadside things that are abandoned, old gas stations, all kinds of stuff. We're going to find some really cool stuff to video, and we'll do a lot of different categories of things, but mostly just abandoned Americana. We live in South Dakota, so a lot of it will be in the Midwest. This town we're at right now is Capa, South Dakota. And this is located in Jones County, the smallest county in South Dakota. There's 917 people in the county in the census of 2020. There's quite a bit of history to this little town. They had hotels here with a hot mineral bath. So we're going to show all that stuff. It's all abandoned now. And there's several buildings and a cemetery. So we'll go through all that stuff and show you what we can find here. Do a little walk around this place. This is the first place we're at here. This is an old hotel, I believe, and this concrete area here is where they had a hot mineral bath. So you can see out here the water is still flowing. A lot of water there. This pipe here is coming out of the ground over there, right out of the ground. I'll show you. This is a cold day, but that water is about 100 degrees, I'd say. It's really nice and comfortable. And throw that back out there. But anyway, so they had a hot mineral bath here. And it's right along the railroad. You can see the railroad tracks right there in the distance. And we're going to do a little walking around here, see what we can run into. This is a true American Old West ghost town. We're in western South Dakota, and you know, there was a lot of cowboys out here back in the day, outlaws, all kinds of stuff. Somebody's put a cow water in there, cow tub.
There's a railroad spike.
There's an old oil filter there out of a car. Yeah, here's the cement deal here. This was all a tub. At one point, hot water tub. They would have had a ladder to go down in there. And here's the building. Looks like it was white at one point. Yeah, let's look in there. Get a look underneath here. There's the old chair right there. Chair's holding up the building, looks like. There's an old door up in there. This is a good time of year to be exploring. We're kind of cool weather in the fall here. In the summer, you might have rattlesnakes out here, so you'd have to watch out. But this cool weather is good time of year. Look at the old television there. I don't know what that name is right there. You see it? Metropolitan. That's an old television. There's another. I think that other one's an old television too. There's an old stove there. I don't know if we can get a good look inside here. Silvertone. My mom is here helping us look around. You can see some more furniture in here. There's an old chair here. This here is a piece of tin. I don't know. It almost looks like a sign. There's one of the old bed mattresses there. Bed frame. Got to watch out for, I don't know if there's any open wells or anything. You don't want to step in a hole. There's another bed frame there. I don't know if we can get a look inside here, probably. Yeah, I'll bet you that is a, I bet you there is a well there or something, because that's all full of water coming up out of the ground there. See if I can go around it. Get a look in there. Yeah, you can see it's all caved in. There's an old staircase. You know, another few years, there won't be anything left of this town. There was a guy named Philip O'Connor, and he was the last resident. His grandparents homesteaded up here, and he was the last resident, lived here until a couple years ago. And now, I don't believe he's living here anymore. I think this town is totally abandoned now. He was the last person to live here. Oh, there's a refrigerator or something in that right there. This side of the building's a little better condition here. This was probably a two-story building here, right here at one point. It's kind of sinking into the ground. Yeah, there's the bed frame. That's the bedroom right there. That's wild, huh? All the history that these walls could tell, huh? Now it's just all disappearing to time. Look at the old electrical connections here. There's a door opening right there. I don't think you can get in there, but you can probably get around this side. There's another mattress up in there. Well, we'll get over to the other area of the town here and do some more exploring. There's some more right across the street here, so we'll skip over there. Well, we jumped across the street here. We're going to walk up. This was the main street through town here. And there's quite a few different foundations. I guess, you know, they had a post office here until 1976. That's when they closed that up. By then, that was kind of the end of the town. But they also moved a lot of these buildings off in the, probably back in the 60s or 70s. Moved some of the buildings out, and other ones have just disintegrated with time. So this is a foundation here of a house or something. You can see the remnants of an old bed frame right there. There's a lot of stuff laying in the grass here. This right here where we're standing looks like they might have burned a building down, because there's some old refrigerators and stuff here, and they look like they've been burned up. Another old refrigerator, ice box or something there. There's a piece of a bed frame all twisted up. Another piece of bed frame there. You can see the ornamental piece. Look at this. This looks like an old ice cream parlor set. That's one of the chairs, the iron chair. Still got an old cottonwood tree there. Got some more old bed frames and stuff in the grass here. Can you imagine how wild this was? This is in the breaks of the Bad River here. The Bad River is over behind us here. You're kind of down in the floodplain. A lot of rough country. Driving up here is like a roller coaster ride. Up and down the road. This is really out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we're about 9 or 10 miles from Midland, South Dakota, which is a really small town itself. And from where we're at, we had to come up about 12 or 15 miles of gravel road just to get up here. Really, really remote. Hence the reason it's disappeared into time. There's some more bed frames. And that there is a piece of a windmill, I believe. So we'll skip over to the buildings over here. Well, I guess I can probably walk over to this one that's nearby, then we'll drive over to the other ones. We'll check this one out real quick while we're here. Gotta watch for holes in the grass. I never know what you're stepping into if you don't look where you're going. There's something, outhouse or something that fell down here. I don't know what this little building is. It's really small. Might be 12 feet long or so. Just a little homestead, I guess, or small house. Just one room, basically. Got a wood floor. Look at the weathering and patina to that outside wood. This has a great look. You can see the rest of the town over there. I believe that's a school over there. There's a church that fell down. We'll probably pop up a picture of some of these buildings that when they were still up a few years ago. There's a house there. I think that house over by the tree is where the last remaining resident lived, Philip O'Connor. Here's another foundation here. The cemetery we're going to go to is a pretty interesting, I think it's a Catholic cemetery. I believe it's way up on the hill over there. So we're gonna go up there too. Kind of eerie out here. The wind is this prairie wind is always blowing through here and just gives it an eerie feeling with all these old buildings all abandoned. So I'll get in the pickup and we'll drive over closer to those buildings over there. Well, this here looks like it was the old church, I think. Kind of got it fenced off here now. Looks like the wind has just wreaked havoc on that. Blew it all apart. A couple years ago that was still together. We'll get around the fence here and check it out. See what there is to see here. Look at the old stamped tin ceiling there, or siding or something. There's somebody's old shoes in there. You can see the whole roof. Yeah, that is definitely the church. You can see the arched window frame there. You can see it here too, right there. Boy, it looks like it was full of junk when it caved in. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Look at the old brick chimney here. Fell down right there off the top. Yeah, here's the window opening. So this is where they used to come to church back in the day. I believe this town started in the very early 1900s, 1904 or 6, right around there, when the railroad came in and things were full of opportunity. Then along come the Depression later on and took a lot of that opportunity away. There's somebody's rake right here. There's a few pieces of farm machinery in here. Let's see what this old wagon frame is here. This is an old, probably an old Chrysler wheel there. They've modified some stuff on there. I don't know what that hubcap is. Got some wings on it there. But that was made into a farm wagon at one point. Got an old house over there. We'll skip over there in a minute. First we'll check these ones out that are a little closer here. don't know what this is. Piece of a stove, maybe? Kind of an Art Deco looking piece of iron. That's kind of cool. It's amazing that there's still some stuff around here. You'd think the scavengers would have taken everything over the years. There's the back side of the church. I think I'll look in this wood pile here first. See what all this stuff was. This looks like probably a pile of scrap wood that somebody piled up here years ago, maybe from some of these buildings and such. There's a big roll of barbed wire there. Here's another farm wagon under this wood here. We'll check out this old church here a little more. It's an old fuel tank here. Looks like somebody's using it for a storage lot here more recently. Look at the blue shingles there. Kind of cool. And all the tin. You'd hope somebody would recycle some of that tin. You can see the old cutout window there in the wall. Here's the back door here. And you can walk right in here. See all that stuff that was in there. That's what I was talking about when we were on the other side. A lot of clothes. Just you name it. There's the top of the chimney. Lots of stuff in here. See if we can look through this area. It's all fallen in. Look at the old tin over there, the window. You can see that building over there. Right there is the school. We'll be going over there in a little bit. Get out the door here. It's an old enamel pan there, red and white. Another rotary rake here. Yeah, you can see those blue shingles probably held out for a long time, but then when they gave out, the wood started to rot. Once the roof goes, the rest of it goes along with it. Pretty cool. So we'll go over here. Look at the fuel tank. It's about to fall off of the rack there. Another old farm wagon. Let's see what we got back here. This is the old house. This is the one where the last resident was living a few years ago. Some propane tank there or something. Kind of spooky back in here. Gonna watch out for critters or holes to step in. I can smell a skunk somewhere, so I don't want to run into him too bad. That looks like an incinerator maybe. There's another building that fell in here. Shed of some sort. I'm told that somewhere around here you can see the cement where the bank vault was. There was a bank here back in the day. And I guess you can still see the remnants of where the vault was. I haven't seen it myself yet, but there's that house there. All kinds of stuff laying around here. Look at, I don't know what all those things on the edge of the roof are there. Oops, step in a hole there. I don't know what those are. You can see those hanging there. Don't know what those are. Some heavy iron pieces hanging up there, wired to the edge of the roof. You can look in here. There's an old stove. The old license plate over there, 1959. Well, that's getting pretty run down in there. There's a lot of trash. An old table in there. Just kind of a mess in there. That's what happens when they just up and leave, though. Everything gets left right there. This looks like the chair where I used to sit, I'm guessing. Sit and watch the sunset right there. Oh, look here. So this building was the post office at one point. United States Post Office right there. Here's the old wind chill thermometer. So that might explain why it's blue and white, I don't know. There's a cross out in the front yard there, probably a pet or something buried there. An old car over there. It's kind of a cool old truck over here. We'll go check it out. Looks like an old Ford truck from the distance. Here's another foundation hole. A bunch of stuff tossed down in there. Here's a little storage shed right here. It's all fallen in. See what they had stored in there. Some old metal buckets. That thing's a cream separator top there. Got the old brick there. That's kind of cool. Neat old bucket right there. Metal galvanized bucket. A lot of that stuff people like these days for decorative purposes. Look at that. There's an outhouse over there. He had an outhouse, plastic one. There's an old water pump. See, there's what you don't want to step into. There's the open well right there. There's a hole in the ground right there with an old pump, hand pump water well there. I'm gonna have to switch my hands here. It's getting kind of chilly out. Really ought to be wearing some gloves. There's another old building here. This one's a little better shape because it's got a metal top. Look at the pickup box trailer there. It's an old washing machine, enamel washing machine there. There's just lots of history here. You know, you can imagine what, if everything could talk, what it could tell you, you know, just a great amount of history. Here's another washing machine right there, an enamel one. This is pretty cool here. A furnace of some sort, I guess. It's all porcelain, wood grained. I don't know if we can get into this building here or not. Might be able to look in the back end of it. Oh. Gas cans there. Oh yeah, you can see in here. See if we can get the camera to adjust. Kind of dark in there. Yeah, look at all that stuff in there. There's an old stove. Some oil cans. Some wheels here. Don't know what's in that other area. Don't want to step in on that skunk wherever you went to. You can see there's an old trash can and stuff in that room in there. Looks like they had chickens living in there maybe. Boy, how do you like the washers on that door? Piled up a bunch of washers on that hinge. Okay, well, we'll step over here, see what we can find out back here. There's a lot of piles of stuff laying around out here. Mostly just scrap wood and stuff. I don't know if he burned that in the winter or what the deal was, but a lot of scrap wood. There's lots of rolls of wire here. All barbed wire. Different kinds of wire there, a lot of it. Here's another building here. This looked like it might have been for animals here. Cow or something probably. There's a corral for them. Check out the old truck over here. I'll catch up with you when I get a little closer. Well, we're over here closer to the truck. There's another house there. This truck here looks like a 1946 Ford. Had a tow bar in the front. Really pretty good shape, actually. Solid. Just all abandoned here. Doors open on the side. I don't know if we can get it shut or not, but got some old books and stuff in there. Pretty good old truck, right? So that was an old farm truck. There's another house over here. We'll check this one out real quick, and then we'll jump over to the old school, and we want to show you the old hotel and stuff. Like we said, the history of this town dates back to the early 1900s with the railroad coming through, and post office closed in 1976. This thing here almost looks like a cab off a tractor or a Jeep or something, kind of a homemade looking cab. There's a bunch of white porcelain pieces over there. See what we can see inside here. There's a refrigerator. Looks like a Hoosier cabinet. You can see the flour sifter and the top disintegrated there. There's an old stove over there. Here's the old Zenith radio here, see it? The wood rotted away. See if we can see something on the other side. You can get an overlook of the building here, all weathered looking. Look in this window here. Yeah. Kind of cool. Get a step back here a little bit, you can get a better overview of that building. The roof is buckling there. It's about to cave. Look at the door, just the panels, and I guess the glass and panels and everything fell out of it. Got an old heater there for an automobile. I don't want to fall through this floor, so I gotta walk carefully. That room's all kind of caved in. Door fell out of the frame there. An old Chevy truck hood there and a washing machine. Would have had a good view out the windows here back in the day. Here's the old drop leaf table. Right there, just fell apart. There's a baseball. You know, there would have been kids here back in the day playing games and stuff. There's probably some people out there that remember this town. Maybe grew up here or something and moved off. Walk around the back of this building and see what there is. You can see the vines grow right up the vines are growing right up there. This had the old green shingles on it. That building's probably only good for a couple more years. You know, you get a good stiff wind on a winter day, might blow it right over. All right, from there we're going to jump over to the other buildings. We'll go see the old school and stuff that's over that way, and catch up with you on that side. Yeah, we're over on the other side here. It's an old tractor, John Deere. Look at the pop bottles there. Somebody liked to have pop and plastic bottles there. Left all the bottles. There's an old Bel Air Chevy with the 327 engine. That one got beached right there. Still got a couple post office boxes there. I'm not sure if those are still used or not. They might be. So you can see the church we were in there. And that building off to the left is the old school. So we're going to jump over there. So this is the old school here. Good sized school for a small town. It's got stucco and wood shingles on the roof. And this was, I guess, built by a guy named John Block back in the day. See, there's a house off there to the right. We'll get up closer to this school. I just have such a fun time walking around places like this. It's so fun exploring them. It's a little bit spooky. There's a pigeon up in the top window there at times, but it's a lot of fun. There they go. They're flying out of the top there. There they go. All the pigeons just flew away. Get under the fence there. Here's the old double door. It's good to get some pictures and video of these old buildings because they won't be around much longer. Mother Nature has taken over. See if I can get up closer to this building here. I'm gonna step up there. There we go. See what's inside here. Oh boy. Lots of stuff in here. You can see where those pigeons are shitting all over the place. Look at the old oak table there under that air conditioner. We'll go over to this side. There's probably all kinds of critters living in here, I'm guessing. There's an old saloon chair there. Kind of like that one over by that guy's house. Maybe that's where he found it and he sat in it. Who knows? There's the old schoolroom here. That's probably where they had the chalkboard at one point there. You can see the chimney went through there. Bunch of wooden crates of some sort back in there. Cantaloupes, it says on one of them. There's a hard hat, yellow hard hat. Just all kinds of stuff here. There's an old table there. I suppose I should open this box here. I don't know if I dare, but here we go. Oh, well, let's get somebody's clothing in there, or sheets or something. Yeah, there's lots of junk in here. I have no idea what that is. There's a couch there. See what's back in this other side. A couple bucketfuls of nails there. Those birds are shitting all over everything. You see they fly right in the window. It's an old table over there, some doors. Looks like somebody had all kinds of stuff stored in here. Look at the nice window frames over there. They probably, yeah, you can see these were chalkboards too. They took them down, but you can see the shelf along the bottom where they'd put the eraser and stuff. Probably a nice school back in the day. There's the old windows. Really pretty cool. There's a light switch here. There's some interesting light fixtures in here, light shades and stuff. That's a nice little glass shade. All the stuff that's going to waste here. Shame. Well, we'll jump back out here. Get back outside. I think there was some old outhouses. We'll check those out along the back here. Here's the door that fell off the school. Got a lock on it. See what's out back here before I fall over. Okay. Yep, there's a his and hers bathrooms there. Now back before they had the indoor plumbing, they had those outhouses there. So if you were in a school here in the middle of January, cold and windy, you had to walk over here to go to the bathroom. These are the outhouses. See the hole dug under them. They're falling into the earth now, but got wood shingles on them. Just kind of cool. I don't know if you can see in this one or not. You can probably look through this hole here. There it is. Ooh, that one's a two-holer. A double. I don't know what that slot for was up there, but so if two had to go out at the same time, that wouldn't slow them down. They just have a double holer. Well, we're going to go over there. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit, but if you can see down there, way down there, that's another old hotel. So we're going to do some drone footage down there and walk around. We'll zoom back out here and show you. This is one more old house here. We'll walk over to that, show you kind of the layout here. There's the church we were at. Here's the school we were at. There's some of those houses over there. We'll check out this house. Behind us are the outhouses. All kind of laid out, you know, mostly along one street. Then there was a cross street here. Had a couple more on that street. This town was never really big, but it did have several more buildings. Like we said earlier, some of them got moved out when things started going bad here. And now this is what's left. Here's another foundation hole here. It's a cement hole in the ground there. See if we can see anything in this old house. You got the windows boarded up there. An old car wheel there. This is the porch off to the right. Got quite a few old tires and wheels in the ground here. And here's the old porch. There's a child's chair there. Got a padlock on that door. Kind of funny because the rear door is about falling off of it. I think the side of the building is blown off on the other side. Let's go look. Anyway, you can see they had tires up on the roof to hold the roofing down, but a lot of those are blown off with bricks and stuff up there. Yeah, there's quite a few chairs and things inside there. This window's blown right out of it. Looks like an old bed frame on this side, if I can show you over here. Old steel bed frame there. Now this area of South Dakota was part of the reservation until maybe the 1880s or 90s probably. So there wasn't any homesteading until that period out here. See what's in this room. I can't really see in there, but I can put the camera in like that. This is a little offshoot room here. You can't really see there from the other side. It must have been their mud room probably, or entrance, because this would be away from the wind. It's on the southwest corner. Looks like somebody broke the lock, but the door won't open. It's wedged. You can probably look under here. Yeah, there ain't much in there. Well, we're going to go over to the old hotel at the edge of town here and the cemetery. We'll catch up with you over that way. Well, I said we were going to go up to the cemetery, but I couldn't resist coming in here to see what this display is. Look at the old floor grate there. The old metal floor grate. I just had to know what this is. Ah, it's a Listerine antiseptic display. That's what it is. Must have had a light or something. There's a cord on the top. Real Art Deco looking. So we'll jump out here. Maybe I'll stick my nose in this other window here and then we'll get out of here. Not sure what that is. Piece of a cash register or something. Look at the old fireplace. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Old brick fireplace. All right, now we're going to head up there. We were headed up to the cemetery here. We found a couple more things to explore right here. Here's the railroad tracks going through here. You can see where they've replaced them on either side, but there was a train wreck here. So now they have some abandoned train cars here. I don't know if they'll ever get those out of the ditch there or not. You can see where they've taken the trucks off them. Wheels. I don't know how many there are here. We'll walk down the road here, or the tracks here a little ways and check it out. Looks like they had quite a train wreck here at some point. There's some of the parts. Maybe they're starting to salvage them. I don't know. Looks like the contents is still in that one there. It's all dumping out. I don't know if that's gravel or what it is, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5. I can see some more up here further though. Check them out. Yeah, you can see those are full. Those are heavy. They're just laying there all spilled out there. Looks like that one over there is number 6. I think there's 6 train cars there. That's a pretty eerie sight there. Walk up to the end here. I don't know if you can see what caused it or anything, but they look like they've been sitting here a few years because they've replaced these tracks, and since then, quite a ways up. Maybe the tracks were going bad and the cars fell off, but there's that one. There's that one. That one. And these two here. Anyway, I just thought that'd be kind of interesting. We'll head up to the cemetery like we said now. Well, here we've made it up to this old cowboy cemetery. I believe the name of this is St. Mark's Cemetery. This is up above the town of Capa. I don't know if we can walk over here to the fence. We'll go in here too, but down over that hill, down in the hole over there, is the town of Capa where we were. I'm just gonna look at this here and see why this person was shunned from the cemetery here. They're on the outside of the cemetery. The name is Freeman Bowley. Died in 1921, born in 1852. He was a father. Right there. I don't know why he's out here by himself. Maybe we can do a little research on that. I don't know. But we'll come over here to the main part of the cemetery. You might hear me breathing kind of hard because it was quite a walk. I'll show you where we're parked here. We got to zoom in just to see the pickup here. There it is. See it way up there? That's about a mile over there probably. Zoom back out. So we'll go through the gate here and see what there is for gravestones in here. I'll let you know. I won't bother with the gate. It looks like this wire is spread open so you can climb right through there. Okay. Well, this is unusual here. There's a cement foundation of some sort here. Maybe that was somebody's plot inside that cement area. I don't know, but about all of these stones are tipping over. This one here is laying face down, you can't read it. This one here is Edward Thorne, 1921. Now that's probably some relation. There was a Thorne that they called Diamond Jim, and he was one of the founding people of the town. He started East River and started with some cows, and a bunch of the calves died that winter. So the next year he was kind of in debt. He heard that the reservation was opening up West River, west of Pier. So he decided he would come out and try his luck. Him and a few other guys got in some wagons and stuff and come out this way. This is, you know, in the early days. And they did well out here, you know, in these river bluffs and stuff, and the cattle were growing a lot quicker out this way, doing better than they were on the East River side. So he stayed out here, and he was the president of the bank and all kinds of stuff here in town. So there's, you know, quite a bit of history to him and that family, and that must be a relation of his. I don't know. It says 1860 to 1921. So it wasn't a young person, maybe a brother or something, I don't know. Let's see what this one is here. Edwards. Those are back in, she died in 1943. Or no, maybe that was him. He might have been Irma. She was Emma, 1929. Here's another Edwards. This one is Phyllis G, 1925. Here's Francis Edwards in 1910. There's quite a few Edwards up in here. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is O'Connor. So that may possibly be the father to that Philip O'Connor that lived in town. He was the last citizen of the town. Maybe that's his father or some relation, I'm sure. Here's an old one, 1920. This one was born in 1897 and lived to 1920. So they weren't very old. This one here is Patrick Kelly, died in 1928. Boy, they really need to get somebody up here and straighten some of these stones out, because they're really in neglect. A lot of them are falling over. Let's see what this one says here. Oh, look at that. A military stone. Michael Kelly, another Kelly, says Company B, 2nd Wisconsin Infantry. So he must have been a Civil War veteran. So there's quite a few Kellys here. There's Patrick and Michael, and this one here is Stephen Kelly. South Dakota, Private 128 Infantry, 32nd Division, died in 1929, so it's another military member there. This one here is just a wooden cross. It's fallen out of the holder. This one is 1869 maybe to 1932. Carl Randall. Now they were going to name this town Randall, so maybe there's some relation there. They eventually named it Capa, which is a Sioux word for beaver. I don't know what went into the decision making, but maybe that Randall had some relation or some, maybe that's why they were going to name it Randall, I guess I'm getting at. There's some more stones here. These are a little bit newer. Potowski, some of those over in Midland, I know, 1934. So these are back in the 30s mostly. I think this is the only one we didn't look at here. This one's 1920. Lawrence I don't know if that's Giles or Giles, maybe. 1918 to 1920. So that one, and notice it's got the dove on the top. That was a young child, a couple years old, and maybe the influenza, I'm guessing. I don't know what happened there. So anyway, these are what some of these rural cemeteries look like from back in the day. Hopefully somebody feels a need or want to come up here and prop these stones up again and such, because you hate to see them in disrepair like that. But you know, we'll probably show you some other, we'll probably pop up some other photographs, pictures of this local area and things, and tell a little more history at the end of this video. But for now, that's the live portion we're going to do, and we'll catch you on the rest of it. Just catching a little video here on the way back. It's pretty breezy up here on the hill from that cemetery. You can see the cemetery fence over there way in the distance, but these are all prairie dog holes. It's a whole prairie dog town. But down in that creek there, I don't know if I can zoom in enough. You can see a deer. There's a good-sized buck down there looking at me. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I'm walking over towards my pickup's up that way. But you can get a good feel for the landscape up here. Just wide open, real breezy up on here. It's wide open, beautiful country here, cattle country. The town of Capa was platted in 1904 by a division of the Chicago Northwestern Railway Company. They initially planned for the town to be named Russell, after J.C. Russell, a local settler. But Mr. Russell didn't want his name attached to the town, so Doane Robertson suggested Capa, which is Lakota for beaver. The town began to take form in 1906 when the railroad reached the town, and eventually became home to about 300 residents. The town was known for its mineral baths at the Capa Hotel and housed multiple lumber yards, several general stores, a bank, 2 churches, and a newspaper called the Capa Hustler. The town prospered for about 25 years, but the Depression ended its success. Along with the new highway coming through the area not hitting the town due to the rough terrain near the river, the final nails in the coffin for Capa came when the railroad pulled up its section crew, causing the post office to close its doors in 1976, resulting in many of the houses in the area being pulled up and moved, some as far as 200 miles away. So this is the story of the town of Capa, which, you know, had good success for a while, but ended up as a ghost town. Everybody up and left. There was one guy there that lived for the last 25, 30 years in the town, and he's now gone, so it's a total ghost town now. There's nobody there, and it's nothing but memories. So I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Give us comments on what we did right, what we did wrong. If you got any other ghost towns in the area I think we could go to, or lost history that we should do, let us know. We'd appreciate it. Thank you.